Hey, your girl coming in with another one. Tired though. Almost didn't come in. I had to go pray about it. God was like, you need to just go, okay? You just need to go. It won't be the last thing I say about this topic, but we'll talk about it just a little bit, okay? They just don't get it. They just don't get it. These narcs, they just don't get it, okay? When they regret how they treated you, because God stepped in, okay? When they regret how they treated you because God stepped in, and that can mean any narc. I mean any narc. Relationship, work, friends, neighbors, whatever. Any narc. And sometimes these narcs, what they don't get and understand, okay, this part, is when God placed you in their life or in their path, and you are a child of God because you done already been through all that. This part. This the part they didn't want to know. You done already experienced that spirit that they got. You actually experienced a worse spirit than they got, but they had to do what they wanted to do. Thinking that they are God, thinking they're more powerful than God, thinking they can get away with everything. They get so bold and cocky. And I know you guys have been seeing these videos where they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn if it's a camera, a recorder. They don't give a damn because in their minds, it's not seen, even though when people have proof, okay? But they regret how they treated you after the ish hit the fan. When their demons vacated their ass, ghosted their ass, and now they're sitting there having to suffer the consequences of what they have done. Now, most of them, I would say 99.9% of them, go find some way to blame you. Even though you were probably the one that was coming to say, hey, turn your life around. Turn your life around. Like when I told you guys like a couple of videos ago, when I just couldn't take it no more. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it anymore. And I was like, God, I'm done with this mission. I was like, I am done with this mission. And the narc heard me. The narc heard me and questioned that when they need to mind their business, because what I got between me and God ain't their business. What they should have been trying to do was listening when God just gave me the words to say to them. But they were thinking that they were so powerful, so mighty, so funny, so cute. It ain't nothing funny and cute about that. I said it before, when they're mocking you, especially when you went through that journey, when you carried your cross, when you've been through the worst of the worst of the worst, when you realize that you can't get through this life without God, whether they know that or not. But when you come in there and you're trying to say, hey, it's something better than this. It's someone better than this. And that's the Most High. This is God. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be like that. And they do this thing where they will pretend like they're so godly and they know something. And don't get me wrong. Sometimes they do know some things of God. Sometimes they do know some parts of the Bible, whatever. But because they're so adamant at hating you because you shining bright like a diamond, and they're so adamant of hating you because they know that God accepted you, but God always gives them a chance. That's that part. God always gives them a chance, and they just seem to just don't care. They want the demon to take over. They're getting so excited about it. They're thinking it's fun torturing you when they know what they are doing. So just when you like get to the point where you kind of want to take over and just go ham and snap. Like, they be pissing you off so bad that you just be like wanting to say, I don't know who you think I am. This is not how I operate. You're low level. We are not the same. I could never be you. You could never be me. So while you over there hating, every time they're mocking you, they're mocking the Most High. They're mocking God. And even when you give them some type of like little hint or suggestion, and no, I won't even say that. Even when they know you rocks with God, let's say that. Even when they know you rocks with God, they still take on that challenge because they love that demon controlling them. Okay? And they're thinking they're so smart. Like I said, you can do things for them, and you can be kind to them, and you can be nice to them. That's brownie points with God, so that's okay. But they're taking it as weaknesses, and they're taking you as a punk or a pushover or a doormat or whatever. And you're getting to the point like, God, like, you're done. Be patient. That's that thing I was telling y'all when I said I thought I was all good, and God was like, I need to work on my patience and my anger. He would test them as well as testing you in the same situation. Did y'all just hear me? He is testing them, and he is testing you in that same situation. Okay? But this is how God works. When he knows you just been beat up too much, when he knows that you outnumbered or whatever, and you're there, he will tell you when to move. He'll tell you when to shake and move, okay? And God is so amazing. Yesterday, I prayed to God like I never prayed to him before. To the point I could not stop laughing. And as I was praying, I was saying, God, I'm sorry. I cannot stop laughing. Because God has a sense of humor where nobody would get it the way you would get it. And I could not stop laughing. Okay? So as I'm talking to him the way I'm talking to you guys. He understands us, and he knows your heart. And I just could not stop laughing. It wasn't me like laughing at the narcs or laughing at some pain or laughing at... I was laughing, excuse me. I was laughing because I was getting it. I was figuring it out. I was getting it. And I laughed before at the narc. The most evil narc. They all evil. I mean, so the most evil narc and the last evil narc, okay? And the most evil narc, the first one, I was just looking in the mirror and I was just laughing. I was just laughing. And I was like, God, this person think they you. This person think they are you. And that's how narcs are. They think that they are God. They think they are invincible. They think they can get away with everything. They think they can treat anybody any type of way. They think that people are stupid even when you are a child of God or a nice person or a light worker or a chosen one, whatever the position that God gave you. But like I told you guys before, once I got on this dark side, on this playground with nothing but demons, not everybody though, I knew and I know who to share certain things with. So I always tried to keep my personal life personal. But not to try to, step over their bounds and step over your bounds and be asking you all type of personal things and trying to get all into your life and trying to make you think that y'all got some type of connection, some type of friendship, some type of bond or whatever. And you might have said something to the narc where the demon allowed the narc to understand what you had just said. But then they just do what they want to do, thinking they're more powerful than God. And then what God would do, this is how God works. What God would do is, it's just like driving, okay? Driving. And just about when it was about to be an accident, God pumps the brakes. Jesus took the wheel. So you did not get harmed. You got out of the way, but an accident did happen, okay? An accident did happen, but you wasn't involved in it. God timing, you guys, let me say this. God's timing is so perfect. Okay? And this is why they regret why they treated you the way they treat you, because God had to step in. God may have sent you, may not have sent you to get them right. But if you are a child of God and you know you're dealing with a narc, no, God did send you there to give them that one last chance. But they just won't give up. They just gotta be evil. They gotta be nasty. They gotta do what they gotta do. And they love when the demons take over them, because they're trying to take you down. So let's just say this accident that was about to occur, the narc was about to cause this accident. But God pumped the brakes and made sure you was not a part of that accident, okay? When he's talking to you, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do, because they can't put their stories together, especially when they are guilty. They cannot put their stories together, but you can. Everything that you're saying, everything that you're doing is matching up, okay? It's matching up. They don't get it. They don't get it until God steps in. So they be all up in their feelings. They're still not going to take accountability on what happened and what they did or whatever. And it could be more than you ever know. Like, especially if it was a relationship or whatever. By the time that relationship is over, you thinking that, okay, I was done with the narc because of this, and this. And then you find out it was worse things, okay? Worse things. And the sad thing is some people know that they are doing that. Know that they are doing that, but they don't do anything until the heat comes on them. It's like a ripple effect. Like, it just trickles down and down and down. But what was supposed to happen, it was all supposed to fall on you. Now, it couldn't fall on you because God was there, and you wasn't the person that was doing whatever it was that they were doing, that they was going to project on you and throw you under the bus. But God revealed it all. They just don't know when to quit. They run up on the wrong one. I take that back. They run up on the right one. Okay? Which was you, okay? And these fake holier than thou narcs, like, thinking they think they wrote parts of the Bible. That's how cocky these creatures are. They think they wrote parts of the Bible so they can make their own rules. They always make their own rules. But when they run up and abuse the wrong one, they regret it. And they are embarrassed. And they are ashamed. And they wish they never done what they done. They have to realize that God's children and angels, light workers, chosen ones, whatever, do exist just as well as them. So I think, you know what, I'm just going to say this, it's just a thought. I think that, I said this before, I was like, I think it's more of them. I think it's more of them than us. They might be thinking the same thing. They might be thinking the same thing, like, oh, it's more of them than us, okay? And then they're trying to bring you over to the dark side. And you already be like, nah, I've been there, done that, went through the wilderness, went through the storm. I didn't walk on water, but God got me back. Okay? They cannot, oh my gosh, they cannot continue to blame anything and everybody for what happens to them. Okay? And they do feel that shame. But they want to blame you for whatever happened. This part. You could have caught this clown cheating on the home security camera, right? But they're going to try to convince you that that's not true. That didn't happen. It went down, whatever. Okay, but when it comes to the point where I'm sorry guys, you or the workplace or the community organization or the HOA or whatever, they can't convince anybody when people got proof. Narcs try to convince you that proof ain't real. They are delusional. And then that demon or demons or legions of demons ghosted their ass. Now they got to sit there and soap it all up. So the only thing they can do is just to whomever is around them. So right now, whomever is around them, when the S hit the fan, they're getting it. And they're trying to justify everything like, I didn't even, and blah, 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 blah. And it was this person's fault, and it was this person's fault, and blah, 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 blah. Oh, they was this, oh, they was that, blah, 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 blah. Only to try to make themselves feel good. It's not the first time they ever did it. If you thought, I heard this from another content creator, can't remember who, but if you thought that you were the first person they did this to, you are wrong. You are wrong, especially if it's a workplace. But when God step in and stop that bullet or stop that car accident, you did not get harmed, but he does it in the nick of time before they try to wrap you all up in it. Okay? God is good. God is so good. And the sad thing about it, they dumbass don't even want to know God because they're thinking that they can do whatever they want to do in this lifetime and don't have to suffer nothing until reality hit their ass when they're suffering something for doing something to you that they regret. Fire. You could have been so nice to them, and I'm telling you guys, I was so done with this narc. I was so done with this narc. We're not friends. We're not cool. We don't have nothing in common. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to know you. I don't ever want to see you again. How about that? There's a couple of narcs that I don't ever want to see again, but this last one, now they know that they stink. Now that they know that God don't play. Now that they know all of that, God don't play. And now they're recycling all the thoughts and they're going back in their memories like, oh. And then they will probably get to the point where they got some revelation and be like, oh, that person was trying to help me. God sent this person and I just didn't get it. So sometimes they will hoover you with that. Although they tried to throw you under the bus. Because when they get busted or whatever they do, they don't want the focus on them anymore. So they'll try to think of something or tell you something that was worse than what they done to take the focus off them. But they are the worst that has been done. They are the worst. And the sad thing is, it's like it takes God to send a chosen one to shake things up, to get things right. They could have been still where they are, doing what they did, never ever stopping what they did until you came. Sometimes when you come, shining bright like a diamond, it ends everything for them. Because they're still going to be a narc. They're still going to try to fight with God. God not playing with them. It's not funny. It's not cute. That's the one thing that I said to God. I'm like, Lord, it's not funny. It's not cute. It's not funny. It's not cute. They do dangerous things. They do stupid things. And they think it's okay. It's not cute. They try to insult you. Backhanded compliments or just jabs at you or whatever, or trying to do this and trying to do that and make it seem like you are an extension of them when you don't operate like that. And they try to, make you do things that you don't want to do. And the first time that you tell them no, that's when they flip their wig. Okay? That is when they flip their wig. That's when they flip their wig, okay? But they're not fooling anybody. They think that when the camera lights, camera action rolling, that it's not on when they're doing that. When they tell you things like a story like, oh yeah, they telling you what they did. They telling you what they did, okay? They are liars, they deceivers, and they are in the position, this part, hold on. They are where they are because of who they are. I was like today talking to somebody, I was like, narc makes so much money, narc got this, narc got that, narc don't got this, so they gotta pay that, narc this and that, and they always broke. What they doing with their money? They can be doing this and doing that. What they doing with their money, okay? But then they want to always come at you and criticize you to feel some type of good and project who they are onto you. We're never alike. We were never alike. Even in my worst days, we were never alike. Okay? God don't play. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me say this. Sometimes we struggle with our issues, our demons or whatever. But we do know the Most High. And we pray. And God allow us to deal with our things. And slowly work to get where we need to be. But not with them. Not with them. Because they think they can figure it all out. They think they're better than God. And then when S hit the fan, now they get it and it's too late. Now they get it and it's too late. I don't know about all the other narcs, but I told y'all before, all the heat that I've been getting, all the demons that I've been getting was mostly 90% females. Okay? Sad part was we might have had some type of cultural alikeness, and only maybe 1% that was not my culture. This is why they say we can't stick together. This is why we don't have a sisterhood. And this is why the demon ghosts their ass. And they end up having to suffer all the evil consequences that was coming to them. They got away with it for so long. I'll take that back. They done it before. They done it before, and they always think somebody is so stupid. They leave a trail of disaster. They leave a trail of debt. They leave a trail of this and that. And it's going to get to the point. They can't do anything else because they always ruin what they have. They can be like here, and they still got to be a narc. Now they're here. So they can be CEO. Then they go to district manager. Then they go to manager. Then they go to team leader. Then they go to nothing. Okay? Because they think they can always fool everybody. But what they cannot do, they cannot fool the Most High. They cannot fool God. And when God snatch you out the way, so they hit the wall, you just got to thank the God. You just got to thank the God. You got to thank the Jesus. You got to thank the Most High. You got to thank the Holy Spirit. You just got to thank God. And sometimes when you are a child of God, you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, but you do it, and you do it at the right time. You do it at the right time. Because I'm tired of narcs. The hardest thing for me, and I gotta go, was not just snapping. You know how it is when you just want to snap like I don't know who you think I am. And you want to go beastie on their ass. You want to go hard, and God like, I don't need you to do my job. God like, I don't need you to go over there. Go sit down. That's why when I was praying yesterday, I was chuckling and laughing because, my thing is with the kids at the school, every day, every single day, not a day has went by where I had not to say, go sit down. But when God tells you to go sit down, better go sit down. You better go sit down. Today, this week is Teachers Appreciation Week. This week for me is God Appreciation Week. Lifetime, woke time. When God tell you, go sit down, go sit down, go sit down, because it's all on His timing. Now, because I don't want to say the wrong things, I'm not really explaining, but I'm hoping that you guys can resonate to this video. When God steps in, okay? When God steps in and they regret how they treat you, they don't even regret how they treated anybody else. This part, I'm sorry guys, because I had allergies all week. I've been working 12 hours. I'm tired. But I do know what I'm saying. They don't regret what they did to other people. They regret what they did to you. Because you was the showstopper. You was the one that, like, God was like, I want you to mess with this one. This one you better get it together. Okay? And they don't get it together. They always get their karma. And I ain't gonna even lie. It was way more female narcs that came at me. Well, I thought this was the female narc state. Than men. Way more. Now, working with kids, I said this before, crayons, colors, and glue and stickers or whatever, I'm not going to step out. Working in the food industry, you get messy, flour, dough, do whatever. I'm not going to dress up. Okay? Working in the acting industry, you already got to dress up. Now, it's not you. But the moment these narcs see you outside of work, see you outside of what they see you every day as, that's when they start to hate. Sad thing was, I never got a chance to do that. I never got a chance to step at any one of my jobs. Well, I'll take that back. With the acting, I did get a chance to step out of who I am, and I can, dress up. These narcs know your beauty, your light, your education, your passion, your love, your trust, your understanding. They know it. And even when you give it to them, they still abuse it. But when God steps in, He ain't dealing with you no more. They're not dealing with you no more. So God dropped a boom. God drops the boom. And these narcs, sometimes they hold you back. They hold you back because you never told them anything about you, but they demons told them about you. And the demons knew you was up here, but the narc kept you down here. When God said, get out the way, move, get out the way, get out the way, yeah, get out the way. I said, move. And I moved real quick. I'm like, I ain't about to get struck by no thunder. When God told me to move out the way, I moved out the way. And sometimes I'll be getting these like hunches or downloads, or I'll say not hunches, downloads. I was doing the right thing at the right time and did not know why I was doing it. Because God took over. He didn't ghost me. They demons took over and ghosted them. And they had to stand before, not before God, not just yet, but they had to stand before a higher power over them or judgment over them, where they had to endure that shame. And they know that was the reason why They had to endure that shame, but some reason, some way, they're going to try to shift it and blame it on you. And if they didn't get that lesson when that happened, and they come back at you, God going to tear them apart. He going to tear them apart because he told them once. He ain't going to tell them again. He not going to tell them again. So they need to know when to move around and stay in a Satan-ass lane. Or go find God. I can't help you find God. Now, I bet you this one narc looking at me like, thinking about me like, that's what that meant. That's what that meant. Too late now, boo. God stepped in. So these narcs especially these female narcs, I don't ever want to see, talk, text, nothing with them because we was never friends. We were never nothing. Because narcs would think that because you talk to them, y'all got something. We were never nothing. And I had nothing to do with why you got demons. Go check your background. Now, with that being said, I got to go. I was supposed to go on my notes. I didn't go on my notes. I was really, really tired. But my spirit in me was like, that's what the devil wants you to be. He wants you to be tired. He doesn't want you to do this video. I don't know what my energy is. But I do hope this resonated to someone. But I was very, very tired. I spent like a 12-hour day. Very, very tired, okay? But things will get a little bit better. School is almost out. I'm so, like, between go sit down and work, and I don't even think this is my voice. My voice is not working or whatever, but I did come in here. It is what it is. I'm going to see y'all on the next one. And it's probably going to be another update. But chile. We're going to talk, sis. We're going to talk. I'm just tired. God bless you guys. May y'all slumber and sleep. Because I'm going to do that. May y'all slumber and sleep. And may the good Lord send his 11-foot tall angels to stand over your bed or wherever you're sleeping, protecting you from the nightmares and the evil and the devil and the entities that should not be there while you sleeping. So God can download those dreams so you can get on your path and your mission. Me and God had a long conversation today, but that's personal. That's personal. Very, very personal. I'm talking about these women. Look, I be getting mad when y'all be talking about male narcs and call them men. I'm going to start calling them what they are because I'm calling them women, but they're things. Stop calling them this man or this woman. You call them female or male, that's fine. But they was never a man. They was never a woman. They was a thing. They was a male, they was a female, but they was evil, and they're demons, and they're all that you don't want to have nothing to do with, okay? So I'm going to go, because I really had a long day, but God was like, just do what you got to do the best you can. Now with that being said, God bless. Mwah. See y'all on the next one.